Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and friends. Welcome back to Let's Play Dungeon Master 2 on the Amiga. Welcome to episode 5. It's been over 2 weeks since I recorded the latest video because I was ill and basically my voice. I lost my voice for a few days after having a sore throat. So today is the first day after in 2 weeks, I'd say, that my voice is almost normal. I'm going to resume. I played a bit offline, okay, since last time. In fact, I'm not resuming. As you can see, there's an episode 5, but I tried to record yesterday, but my voice wasn't good. Wasn't good yet. And so I'm going to redo that, and we're starting with a quick save because I did some grinding, some leveling off screen. It took me about, I think, 1 hour and a half. Okay, we're back in the village, and let's have a quick look. Torham is now a craftsman, fighter, and ninja. Craftsman is level 5. And Journeyman, Priest, and Wizard, that's level 4. Yes, 200 hit points, only 38 mana. Treza is a Journeyman, Fighter, Priest, and Wizard, but Artisan Ninja, she's level 6 Ninja. And gaining that last Artisan level as Ninja took me about 15 minutes of throwing daggers at the door, because that's the easiest way to level up your ninja levels, and by upgrading, training your throwing skill. So you just select your character as the leader, okay, like so, and just basically whatever you do with your on-screen hand, with your mouse pointer, it's like your main character, your leader, doing that. So you just pick up daggers. I looked for a door. Don't know if this is the ideal. Is a door like in the starting area, okay, or the main entrance of Skullkeep. You pick a dagger, okay, and you throw it. As you can see, I'm too close to the wall, so take a step back, pick it up, throwing, and going like so. To get to level Artisan, it took I think 15 minutes of that. Okay, so majority of time was spent throwing random stuff at doors and then casting spells as my mana was regenerated. As for fighter levels, I fought some thorn demons in the grove for the meat, so I have some steaks with me. And like that. Then Sari is a journeyman, fighter and ninja, artisan, priest, craftsman, wizard. And Het is journeyman, fighter, craftsman, ninja, priest, and wizard. We are well set for the next part of the game, but to make things easier, I probably go for another leveling stint. Let's do like so. Not Sari. Now we are fine. I think I'd say up until the entrance of Skullkeep. After that, we'll need some more training. Okay. Now we should get the third. Okay, the third puzzle piece, the third piece of the clan key, and I already enabled a teleport pad between the second and the third area. I already summoned some guard minions, and as you can see, we have our traps sprung. Okay, and that's the reason why we are summoning them. The cursed thicket thieves. Okay, in this version of the game, they are unfortunately silent. In the DOS version, they did the right thing and made them their steps quite loud, so you can hear them when they approach and you can get ready. This is not really the case. Their steps are very faint, so they can jump at you easily. One got killed here. You can see the daggers and the gold coins that mark where they met their demise. And we have to get, this is the door to the third area, so we should go down here. And I keep summoning guarding minions. Why? Because they are cheaper. There's another that I call them gnome assassins, gnome another I call them gnomes. They're not okay. Later in the game, they are not really a trouble. Right now, besides stealing your things, okay, this one. Okay, that's dead. They can deal a lot of damage with their knives. So, and obviously, I think we killed them coming here last time, but during our time off in the village to level up, they respawned. So my goal is to get to the teleport pad. There's another one. I was saying guard minions, because they are actually, they're more durable. They are permanent until they run out of projectiles, of lightning bolts. So they stole my sword. That's a problem. We need that sword. So now it's probably going back to its den. Store my sword. And so all I have to recover it. I can see the milestone where the next area, the next village begins. And here we have, there it is. No, come here. Okay, that's the teleport pad, and it's a dead end here to the, so you cannot go anywhere. Just have to wait patiently and hit him hard with my morning star, and I should be fine. Okay, the digging worms. And there we go. And that's my sword. Wonderful. Very nice. I think that's the last one. And this is the teleport pad. This is the access to the last area, the cloud village. And this is where you're going into this area here, and I'm going back to the village. Okay, go inside, and I'm saving since we cleared the area. I'm going to save on this quick save here. And I should actually rest for mana. We're going to need some mana at least. Okay, that should be enough. Probably. Okay, it stopped raining, which is wonderful because it. Let's see. Okay, well, you are not a threat. You are food. Worms are friends, not food. No. They're not friendly, first. Second, they are decent source of food. I think that is worm rounds are the second best food after steaks. Okay. All right, let's adventure. Let's get in. Okay. So this is another grove, essentially. You can see birds singing, crickets. Well, maybe not birds, but the crickets. You can hear them. I think this ambient sound was not present in the DOS version. Okay. Oh, eerie music. Okay, we can see the altar there. We're with our... And that's... They tried to jump at us. Strange, they usually attack en masse. Okay, this is an X-Men. X for axes, because they will axes and they throw them. Okay. They come in two types, warrior and thief. Thieves can steal your things, just like the thieves. And they are quite strong. They're not extremely durable. They can deal a lot of damage because they use axes. Each one of them carries a few axes. They can throw at you. Okay. I like the dark silhouette. The contrast of their dark silhouette and the gray sky. Actually, I don't know why they are gray like these in this version. In the DOS version, they wear brown pants and yellow shirts. I don't know if it's a problem with the limited color palette of the 16-bit home computers. But the animation and the rest is very nice. I'm taking my time because they are strong. Okay, that was 114. Okay, they drop some bones that I'm going to throw, and in this case, a single axe. Okay, we're going to save these axes because we're going to sell them. That's how you grind money in this game. You could technically hunt the thorn demons for their meat. Each one of them drops 3 to 5 steaks, and every steak is a little less than 1 gold piece. So if you do the math, axes are sold for 2 green gems at least. So it's quite. So let's try to approach here. Okay, did you hear them? Now a group of them. There are 2 or 3 packs of them, groups of them. And there they go. They dropped. Okay. They throw their axes. Awesome. I'm going to... Okay, so one thing that we can do, obviously, and that's why we need mana, is to summon our defensive minions. And let them do the hard work. Or at least soften the map, because as you can see, okay. Yes? Okay. You can do better. Okay, no. Okay, I'm going to drop this X here, and I'm going to... What you want to avoid, how you fight them? Well, what you want to avoid is to get... Okay, it was 13 damage. 11 damage. You don't want to get surrounded, of course. Because they are tough, they deal a lot of damage. And if they surround you... So it's better take it safe and slow. Their blows are easy to avoid, even in this version, so... As long as you take things one step at a time. Fortunately, my damage dealer don't deal a lot of damage. Actually, there's no point in taking away the bones. Sounds like they use them to resurrect their brethren. But it's better to keep the area clean. Actually, I could leave them there, because X-Men thieves are prone to pick up things, to collect things from the ground. Okay. I'm going to save here again. We're running out of food because we kept moving a lot. Okay. Treza, she needs food. Everybody needs a little bit of food, actually. Okay. Okay, I think we dispatched the first group, but there are at least one more as you approach the altar. So what I'm going to do is to set up a line of minions. The first time you play the game and get here, of course you don't know the minion spell. Fireballs do the trick pretty well. However, the X-Men, I call them land Vikings. But digging on the encyclopedia, they're listed as X-Men and X-Men thieves. They look like Vikings, though, to me. Land pirates. Vikings or land pirates, okay? They are quite mobile, okay? They are prone to dodge your fireballs and other projectiles, so it's not really easy. So okay, there's another ambush. I'm going to I don't want to trigger too many of them. Okay, thank you. Taking their axes is a good practice, and not only for money making, but also to avoid them picking them up and tossing them again. Okay, so you can have this one. Oops, sorry, I hit my minion. I think this is this is where they bring their own loot. Okay, so here's another axe. Wonderful. Okay, obviously axes are quite heavy, so you cannot carry them around freely. Let's see if... Okay, the third clunky piece is in our backpacks, as well as the next key. Now we can obviously press on. Okay, there's another arc here, and there's the village. There's a village. Is it some village or just a village? I think it's the some village. Okay, there are these palm apples which weigh a ton, 1.6 kilograms. They can be sold. They I think they increase your fighter level for a short amount of time, and they're not very nutritious. So this is a village area. It's safe. Okay, the X-Men's cannot X-Men land pirates cannot get here. There's an armor shop. Okay, with new music. This is not my favorite music. Very gloomy. And yeah, what do they sell? Well, they sell. Let's check the merchant. This merchant has a beard and hair. Okay, so they have different prices compared to the starting village, the village of the moon, remember correctly. The prices are mostly different. Difference is very small. New item, the light and shadow helm. There's a light and shadow suit of armor, plate armor, which is very good for two reasons. It has probably the highest protection to weight ratio. It is quite lightweight for a plate armor, and it offers the second best overall protection. The helmet gives a substantial dexterity bonus, so it's great for frontline fighters. Okay, as you can see, it is as expensive as the fire armor. They don't have the fire armor. This is instead of the fire armor. They have another suit of tech plate, which, let me remind you, the tech plate is the best armor for protection, gives magical protection as well. It is very expensive. It is incredibly heavy though, so only a few characters after some fighter training can elevate their strength to a score suitable for wearing it and still being able to carry other things. It looks very cool, I can tell you that. Okay, then they have breastplate, torso plate. Okay, mithril mail. There's another set of mithril mail. I think in total there are 3 sets of mithril mail. I'm going to get mithril mail at least for Sari Het Treza. Let's see what strength she can get to. Mithril mail is extremely lightweight, and the mithril hosen lets you carry more weight and move faster. Okay, now I'm not taking anything because I'm not really here for that. Okay, I want to show you the weapon shop instead. There is a light armor shop. This is the weapon shop. Now, what I want to show you is, this is quite clever. So, many things in this game were designed with role-playing in mind. Okay, the characters, for example, okay, they have the devs, the authors had certain characters type in mind. Okay, so they allocated the stats point accordingly. So you can see the story behind the numbers of every character. In some cases, there are exceptional characters because they have the right combination of attributes and skills. Sometimes they are not. And this is an instance where they tried to get something lore-wise. So the X-Men, they have axes, and you can seal their axes. Okay, so you come here. Never mind the large gear. This is nothing we're going to use inside Castle Skullkeep, as well as vacuum fuse. The rope is good to climb down holes without suffering damage. And there's another sword we could get, and this axe. Axes here are extremely cheap. I told you in the first village, in the Moon Village, they go for almost 3 green gems. Okay, you can sell them here for 1 gold piece. That's 1/10 of that. That's because, of course, they wanted to prevent the players for just farming the axes and taking them here. Okay. However, the price stays the same in the first village, so we take all the axes back in the first village and we get rich. Okay, there's a katana and the Vorax. The Vorax is the best weapon in the game. It has a special attack called Berserk. It can deal damage in the hundreds. It is extremely heavy. It is over 6 kilograms, and it requires a lot of stamina to be used for a prolonged amount of time in combat. Okay, so that's why stamina is a factor. Okay, Torham and Treza have average stamina. Sari she is one of the characters with the highest stamina scores. However, she starts with the lowest strength of the champions. It would be interesting to see her develop into a fighter using Voraxes and probably fire armor. That's a project I had in some cases. Tempest will find one pretty soon. Fury as well. There's a war club. By the way, I got some comments in the previous episodes. Something I forgot to tell you, because I already mentioned in the first playthrough I have on my channel. The war club is probably the best weapon for attack score price ratio. Okay, it has an attack score, I think, of 60 or 55. The best weapon is around 90 or 80. It is extremely cheap. It has the big disadvantage, two disadvantage actually. One is the weight. It is 5.5 kilograms. It is very heavy. So at the beginning of the game, if you have Cletus or Icus, be sure to grab them. Okay, and they are excellent with that. Otherwise, they are quite cumbersome. The other thing is they use the blunt combat skill, obviously, because they're blunt weapons, and most of the good weapons are bladed weapons and have a different skill attached to it. So if you are very good with the war club and you jump to Vorax, you have a lot of practice ahead of you before you can wield Vorax to its full potential. So that's what I wanted to show you, and I'm going to stop here. Next time I'll probably just go back, sell the... I might do some... it is episode 5. I might do some off-screen selling the axes and buying stuff. Okay, to save time. okay, and to keep this episode short. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you again with the next episode. Until then, as usual, take care and goodbye.